Ladies and gentlemen, rest assured this is a representation of the Skull and Bones Society for the following 20 reasons. The first reason is this represents the number 1832 because there are 6 teeth on the bottom row, 6 teeth on the top row of teeth, and 6 lines that make up the right and left eye, aka 6, 6, 6, which adds up to 18. The number 32 is represented on either side of the eye, what looks like the ears, 3 lines dark, 2 lines white, 32. The number 33 is represented as 3 lines on either side, 33, the Illuminati number. The number 322 is represented by the 3 lines that continuously revolve around the skull in one consecutive line 3 times. Then that's the number 3, and the 22 is represented by the 2 white lines on the inside of the 3 circular or semicircular lines. Therefore you have the number 322. You also have the number 33 3 times, 3 lines in the left eye, 3 lines in the right eye, 3 teeth on the top row to the left of center, 3 teeth in the top row to the right of center. Same on the bottom, 3 on the left, 3 on the right. So you have 33 with the lines on the eyes, 33 with the top row of teeth, 33 with the bottom row of teeth. After that, ladies and gentlemen, you have what could be considered a bassinet above the skull and bones, which when you pull it out a little bit further becomes the face of a hog-nosed bat. The link will be in the description box. Because, ladies and gentlemen, aside from what you might want to believe is true, this is a perfect depiction of a hog-nosed bat. You know it's a hog-nosed bat because when you see the description box, you will see the pictography in the encyclopedia of a hog-nosed bat. When I back this off and then come back in, you will see alignment marks over the bat's head. Those alignment marks are how you can make this bat in a bar to win a bet. The word America, the America, if you line up the letters perfectly, this bat will be on every dollar bill in America. It was placed here by a society that had the understanding of sacred geometry. It was also placed here by a deity that we perceive to be God, because only a godlike deity could put this on the $1 bill. Our perception of reality is not correct, ladies and gentlemen, because I am the discoverer of the Ark of the Covenant on the reverse of the $1 bill, which I thought was the main caricature of the pictography. However, I was mistaken, as I was mistaken about many things. Moving past that, the deity that I call God and have used as the terminology as above the pyramid in the apex as the eye of Christ, this is the deity that is watching us from a portal that I call heaven, because that is how we were brought up with the Christian faith. Because, ladies and gentlemen, everything I show you is based on words in the Bible. That is how I found the pictography. There is a codices in the Bible, which means that the pictographs, hieroglyphs, or ideograms, icons or iconology, had to have been made by the same entity at least 7,000 years ago, because they put the Great Pyramid on, because that is the beginning of the period of history that the Bible basically begins. However, this is the new age of the pyramid being the first day of that new age. Why do I say that? I say that because originally there was an Ark of God or Ark of the Covenant in Egypt, which was the entity or icon that allowed the Egyptians to be one with their God, similar to the Ark of the Covenant that I've discovered on the reverse of the $1 bill. If at any time you don't believe any word that I just said to you about the Ark of the Covenant being on the reverse of the $1 bill, I will be willing to bet anyone $1,000 that you cannot disprove it by going to my book, looking up the way I described the Ark of the Covenant in the book, and then telling me, proving to me, with utilizing tools, instruments, measuring instruments, anything that you want, prove to me that my measurements and my postulations are incorrect, you'll receive $1,000. Now, the eye of God, or the eye of Christ, that looks at us from the portal, which is the energy that I believe represented the Great Pyramid, or the Ark of the Covenant, and the original Ark of the Covenant that was given to the Egyptians, this being the energy at the top of the pyramid of what we perceive God to be on the real Ark of the Covenant that was given to Moses. I state unequivocally that this energy above the Great Pyramid is the same energy that powered the Ark of the Covenant given to Moses and was responsible for the deaths of anyone who came near it. That is the energy that gives life. On the other side, another representation of this godlike deity, the energy that takes away life, which is a nuclear detonation. This energy is a radiance of fine light coming from a nuclear fission process, aka the sun. This energy is a disbursement of explosive concussion particles that are exponentially expanding, the same way they would expand in a nuclear detonation. Immediately around the 13 particles, you can see the sound concussion waves. Immediately on the outside of those concussion waves is the light wave. This is the yin and the yang of the universe, or the life-giving force and the force of death, aka nuclear radiation or nuclear fission. They both create and kill life. This is one methodology in which the Lord God, or in this case, what is being referred to as the ancient remnant society that has controlled this world since the beginning of recorded history, is now still in control because of this pictography and the detail on it. No human being could have created this in the year 1934. But it gets better, because when you turn the pyramid upside down, not so much is happening. But when you turn the world of the evil or death energy upside down, you see a pictograph of what we perceive to be Satan and or Lucifer, with 13 arrows. Originally, the terminology of arrow meant lightning bolt. In this case, it could be 13 nuclear detonations in the sinister claw. In the dexter claw is the bow that the lightning bolts would be shot from if it was an Indian chief, which is how it is portrayed in this caricature from 100 or so years ago as the vertical headdress of an Indian chief from an Incan or Mayan tribe, setting behind the chief or shield of the United States of America, which represents the commander-in-chief who is in charge of war. So it makes perfect sense that whoever was in charge of war would be in charge of a methodology in which to kill people. The killing mechanism in this case is the bow and arrows, or the lightning bolts being shot, and in this case nuclear detonations, because below the eagle's head is a nuclear detonation. All of this can be seen in my book, aka Angels on the Ark by Michael Fazio. Every iota of what I just said to you is provable. However, dead center is an owl. If that wasn't enough to prove to you that this entity had the ability to do far more than sacred geometry, then there isn't any way to actually prove anything to you at this point, because you are more than doubting Thomases. You are just completely enamored with stuff that doesn't make any sense, because you have been dumbed down by aspartame, drugs, alcohol, and in most cases fluoride. This is an arrow. Notice the eyes of the owl. Notice in the fluffy part in the front center, the fluffy part where the nostrils are. Notice the wings that are dressed over the seed pods in the same way that the bat's wings were dressed over. So, ladies and gentlemen, now that I have proven all of this to you, I'm going to get on camera and ask you to do some things for me. Ladies and gentlemen, what I need you to do for me is I need you to rate this video. I need you to help me make it go viral, and I need you to spread this word throughout the world, because you already know what I just did. I just exposed the Illuminati and all of their secret societies for what they are as pictographs on the reverse of the $1 bill. Moving past that, I need you to find someone that will purchase the rights to my book to make a movie out of it. If there's any time left in this world, now is the time. Anyone who helps me sell the concept of my book receives a 10% finder's fee for the person that purchases the book. My name is Michael Fazio. It's 11/24/2012, and God day to you all, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to need it.